followers, but since the beginning of posting, some parents have been oversharing, uploading photos of their children online, coupled with intimate details, and in many cases, the kids don't have a say in what's being shared and who it's being shared with. In the next installment of our series, The Other Side of Social Media, we meet a mom who learned the dangers of oversharing firsthand and a young woman working to protect kids online through legislation. Our Elizabeth Schulze has the story.
For Cody, a single mom in California, the post started as a way to entertain her 3 kids during the pandemic.
These are stuck.
I had started just doing some dances with my kids online to kind of pass the day. And pretty quickly, I started gaining some traction, getting a following.
She found a community on Instagram and Facebook.
We used to post 500 pictures a day,
where she would share update after update about her family.
I would kind of show the ins and outs of being a single mom.
But it wasn't long before her social media presence took a dark turn after a video of her swapping places with her 5-year-old daughter went viral.
I put my phone down after it posted. A couple hours later, checked it again. It was at 6 million views. And, you know, the first thought there is how exciting it was. And then I opened the comments, and the comments were all inappropriate towards her. I was so disgusted. I immediately deleted the video, deleted every video of them on the page, and haven't really looked back.
Even after wiping every picture of her kids from the internet, she says their school address was leaked and her family started to receive death threats.
I would have gone in to it more prepared, possibly with a, suit of armor, and would never have posted my kids, ever.
It's a lesson Cam Barrett says she wishes her mom had learned. When Cam was young, her private life was thrown into the public domain.
My mom kind of made like my first MySpace account with me. I think that was like my first introduction to like social media, but like as a child, I didn't know better, so I kind of think I like used it more as like a toy.
A toy that soon turned into a digital scrapbook for her mom.
She would just post paragraphs about like my day-to-day life, what I was doing.
Cam's mom sharing moments that were deeply personal, from her first period to photos of her in a bikini as a child, and this moment after Cam was in a car accident.
She was right there taking pictures when I'm like strapped to the gurney and I have a neck brace on, and it's like I needed a hand to hold, but like it was like a camera put in my face instead. And so like I think that was the moment I realized I was just like, I don't know, I kind of felt like a product almost, because it just was like, it's like I needed my mom in that moment.
Posting snowballed into an addiction for her mom, while Cam endured bullying online.
There would be so many people commenting, being like, why is she always sick? Like, what's really wrong with her? Like, is there actually anything wrong with her? It's probably just her anxiety. My mom would make me, like, her profile picture and stuff. Like, she would get, like, comments from older men. She didn't know better. You know, the internet was so new to her generation.
Parenting expert Leah Plunkett is the author of Sharenthood. She says posting online is now an extension of families' everyday lives.
The online world is and can be and will continue to be super fun.
But she says many parents aren't aware of just who can see their posts.
You really have no reliable way as a parent, or really any user of social media, of knowing exactly which eyeballs will be on the data that is reflected in your post now or in the future.
I had the opportunity to be on a podcast to talk about House Bill 1627.
As the first generation of children with oversharing parents grows up, families and lawmakers are now facing the challenge of how to protect kids' privacy on the mostly unregulated internet.
It's a different culture to grow up in the eye of social media, and the pressures are very different. They're much more intense.
Washington State Representative Christine Reeves co-sponsored a first-of-its-kind bill seeking to regulate parenting vlogs. The bill, which is stalled in the state legislature, would allow kids to request content be taken down once they reach a certain age.
Not all kids get that right or that choice to be included in these materials, and quite frankly, don't always get the explanation of what it could mean for them, the implications of it long term.
Cam Barrett testified in favor of the Washington State bill.
When you Google my name, simply just my first name, childhood photos of me in bikinis will pop up, and I'm terrified to have those weaponized against me again.
And is now an advocate for children's privacy online.
When I did get on TikTok, I had no intentions of like being a creator or being an advocate for anything. I desperately just want a second chance at life. And people were really like receptive to that. And a lot of people resonated with that. And so that's kind of how like my platform got built.
If you do have to include your kids, blur their faces, show the back of them. Don't share things like full names. Don't share birthdays. Don't share locations. Don't share schools.
Cody knows not all families are willing to remove all content of their kids online, but encourages other parents to think twice before clicking that upload button.
We can't avoid our kids. Their lives. Obviously, we want them to do that. We can avoid them being shown to millions of strangers unnecessarily for no reason.
No doubt.